It's probably better in the US, but they dominate in Australia because we have this government-funded, taxpayer-funded ABC that tends to dominate, and a lot of the other media is left-wing. So that, as you alluded to before, the most important parts of that speech on January the 6th, 2021 were never broadcast. People have probably never seen them in their news broadcasts. This is a clip here, for instance. Let's have a look at this.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
Peaceful and patriotic. The couple of words they make sure is never shared in the liberal media, as you say.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And there was really nothing wrong with Trump's speech when you watch the whole thing. But it's possible to take almost any speech any politician gives and make it seem sort of nefarious when you cut out and splice little pieces of it together. And that's exactly what these shameful media outlets have done.
Just shocking stuff. Now, I've got to pick up on the former President, Joe Biden. He doesn't talk a lot these days. He's leaving all that to Kamala Harris, but he's come out with some pretty wild and wacky words of late. Have a look.
See what he's done to the east wing of the People's House, the White House? It's a perfect symbol of his presidency. Trump is taking a wrecking ball not only to the People's House, but to the Constitution, to the rule of law, to our very democracy. Who in the hell does he think he is?
Kristin, does this resonate with anybody in the US today?
No. Absolutely not. I just love hearing about Trump taking a wrecking ball to democracy from the man whose own administration orchestrated lawfare against President Trump in the run-up to the last election, hoping to either jail or bankrupt him to prevent him from being elected by the American people in a democracy for a second term. We will not forget the mugshot we saw of Donald Trump because he was indicted because of the failed Fani Willis RICO case against him. There was the Stormy Daniels hush money case. The New York Attorney General Letitia James, she went after him for supposedly inflating his assets. All of these actions were taken by Joe Biden's administration and his allies, the Democrats, in order to consume time, focus, and money away from the Trump campaign and Donald Trump himself. The president, Donald Trump, spent so much of his time in a courthouse, he was practically having to campaign from there leading up to the last election. It's just laughable to hear Biden say this.
Joe Biden ought to get back to the beach where he spent most of his presidency.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks for joining us,
He should be eating
Kristin.
tapioca pudding in a nursing home. Thank you, Chris.
Cheers, Kristin. Catch you next week.